think the time's something past 2 at the moment. I just had a look at it. Someone's snoring away on top of my bed here. I still can't manage to get to sleep because the house is just cooling down. Where I've turned the radiators off. Yeah, dear. I'm yawning still though, you know what I mean? It's just something on my mind bugging me at the moment, so I'm going to talk about it and then upload the video in the morning because I've got YouTube turned off in case I need to get access to my camera, security camera at the front of the house or at the back of the house without having YouTube alerts going all over it. Yeah, up and about. Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up, Barney. You were snoring away there, weren't you, buddy? Good boy. Had my phone on charge over the other side of the room, if you see what I mean. But YouTube completely disabled on my phone at the moment. So unless I want to get up and go in the front room and start the computer up and all that again, and then I won't get to sleep, will I? And then I'll have someone playing on the lack of sleep the other side of that bedroom wall down. Right, so I'll be quiet while I'm talking, because I'm recording a video, aren't I? Right, 77 days, 1977, Silver Jubilee. Going to add to that now, because something was popping in my mind while I was drifting out there, you know, when I thought I was going to go to sleep. So I'm going to go with it. I changed my religious thinking, my belief, because someone was the head of that church in this country, what I was brought up as. So I started reading a different book. Yeah? So that kind of makes me a hybrid, doesn't it? Because it's all about knowledge. Nothing more. It's all about knowledge. Right? We all know there's a creator. Doesn't matter what name it is, from whatever culture or whatever, it's all the same one. That's what the others are trying to say. Yeah? Alright, so the wisdom of Solomon, a Masonic shit. King Solomon built his temple in Israel using the jinn, spelt Jinn, in the Muslim tradition, to build the Temple of Israel. So he used demonic forces to build that temple, which was why it was destroyed by the Creator. Got it so far? Right, now, 1977 lot. And their jinn stuff, spelt Gin. See what I'm getting at now? The last I heard was that the Queen had actually brought out a line of gin and was selling it. That's what the media was saying. Right? Now I found out from another source that it was actually, in fact, a plumber. You know what a plumb line is, don't you, in building a temple? You know what a plumb line's for in the building trade, don't you? Yeah? Right. So even a plumber would know that, wouldn't they? Yeah? Anyway, let's get back to the jinn in building a temple for that system. Right. How does a system invert a belief? A belief that once was good and handed down, if we're told the truth about it all, handed down to man from above. Whether that be by a race of different people up there, or whether that be by, as they tell us, who control us, a man on a cloud who yeah? Right. Baphomet is the Freemasons' god, isn't it? As you've seen in a music video I put up yesterday. Because they wouldn't let me play the American version of that snot song because it was all about legalising cannabis. So they've now banned that in this country. Apparently it causes epileptic fits in children or something. So they're protecting the children by the snot video, which they banned. You can still see the snot video with the dog and the tennis ball on its nose, but only as an album track on YouTube in the UK now. Yeah? The other video that they've stopped had anonymous masks in it and rioting on the streets, and in the end they had to give them cannabis to let the population all calm down, while Murdoch went to work on the American public the same as he went to work on the UK public, corrupting the government as he went about it. So these leaders that are being selected now from that globalist lot that Murdoch is one of are now installed in America and the UK. And Australia, isn't it? His homeland as well. Funny that, isn't it? And we all know the firm spelt QINT. Hang on, I've got to write this in my head because it's capital letters and it's owned by the Royals. QINETIQ, all in capital letters. And it's owned by the Queen, or it was. It's currently under new ownership, and it's to do with Five Eyes security around the world. Right? Anyway, the Princess liner, or the Princess something or other liner, that was in the original COVID wave, when the Prince Andrew story was breaking in the media over here, were taken directly to Porton Down to be repatriated. I'll just let that sink in a minute. I did say at the time that once they had that, whatever it was, from the original thing, it'd be tinkered with, and if the story didn't go away that they wanted to go away, then the second wave would come in, which was stronger, because they'd been tinkering with it at a weapons germ warfare laboratory in the UK, owned by the Royals. Oh, it's getting deep now, isn't it? Anyway, I didn't fall for the COVID bullshit, but I kept my eye on the ball, and I was intimidated, had my family threatened, when they threatened my younger family members, they threatened to sell them into adoption, into their paedophile network, and my father ended up dead over it, after I refused to contact him from inside prison because he was ill. I didn't want to worry him. So when I got out, that's why I did what I did. Because sometimes, just sometimes, if you take an overdose in court when they're doing all that to you, while they're threatening you and your family, and you hand your life over to the Creator and say, your choice if I live or die, you're the judge, not them. And I walked free from that courtroom that day. So, because they found out about that, they tried again for a corrupt probation officer who actually got me jailed by claiming I was a hostile probationer. Right? My solicitor said to me at the time, we don't believe in arse licking and that, but you've got some serious arse licking to do with that guy. And every time I went to see him, he kept motioning with his hands behind his plastic COVID screen towards his penis. Motioning towards his penis. Well, I'm no faggot. I'm a family man. So he didn't get his dirty, filthy, corrupt shit done, did he? So because I wouldn't do what they wanted me to do, I was then hostile to them and their faggotry, dirty filth and paedophilia. Do you see what I'm saying now? So, yeah, that's my story. I fought them all the way. And my Creator took action because he'd heard my prayer. So the one that gave her the power to rule simply took it away, didn't he? She died. Now, I would have thought her son, and I'm not for him, I don't believe in masters or rulers, I'm an anarchist. I should think her son now wants the truth and wants his family's pound of flesh from the one that caused